Just days after the Proto Z reveal, Nissan teases what the Proto Z could have looked like. Mitsubishi is claiming to have a brand new fleet of vehicles. Suzuki is slowly turning into Toyota rebadged. And Kia is getting the K5 ready for the red carpet. If you're new to this channel and want to be up to date on Japanese and Korean autos, please subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you're excited about today's topics, definitely hit that like button, let's roll. Over at Motor One, they have taken these images from the video, one of the videos Nissan had on the design of the new Proto Z, and they were tossing around this very modern looking design. Instead, we all know we got the modern retro look, I guess is the best way to put it, of the Proto Z. There's no doubt from the side that this looks like a true successor to the 350Z, the 370Z series of vehicles. I mean, they definitely made this rear wheel look a little bit bigger than the front one. The handles look very similar to like the 370Z, but the side profile is not what differs too much from the current 370Z. This back area differs a ton. This rear wing sitting atop of the rear windshield looks a lot like some of the wings we see on crossovers, instead of the traditional wing we see right above, I guess, the tail lights or the trunk lid on most sports cars. These tail lights, I actually like them quite a bit. Maybe I'm just a sucker for the lines that go across the entire trunk lid nowadays, but it looks pretty clean, very minimalistic. Rear tailpipes are absolutely massive, and I feel like this rear diffuser is the majority of this rear bumper, but I don't think it looks bad. Now, if we look at the entire design, I mean, these look more realistic, while these are more of like a sketch, but you can see how this front end takes a lot from the current Nissan Juke, and you see the current grille design there, which I'm kind of surprised they didn't incorporate the current Nissan styling for the grille, that V pattern, whatever they call it. But I'll definitely see you guys on the comments. Do you like this scrapped design in favor of the more conservative retro design, or do you like this more futuristic, cutting edge, sharp lines version of the Proto Z? I think I liked actually the current Proto Z, but the grille on it needs to be tweaked just a tad bit. I think most of us would agree on that. Staying with the 400Z, we have some renders of what a Nismo version would look like, and I think it looks pretty clean. This looks so much cleaner than that futuristic design we just looked at. But yeah, they didn't change the grille at all with this Nismo render. Now, this is not a render from Nissan, this is just a fan design, but I thought it's worth talking about since there's still a lot of hype, commotion about the Proto Z. A very mild front splitter here. I think it looks pretty good. I like the side skirts. What I'm not a big fan of is this bottom part of the rear here. Looks like they just ripped it off of like a GTR Nismo and just stuck it on the back here. It does not flow with these taillights at all. All right, moving on to Mitsubishi. They're teasing a new Eclipse Cross redesign. And there's a lot of refresh and redesign buzzwords in this article, so let's take those down, decipher them before we jump into this new teaser image. So they're saying today we're looking at the redesigned Eclipse Cross, but it's not a redesign. If we look down here, they're saying it's refreshed. And then again, they say the redesigned Eclipse Cross. So they don't even know how to effectively market it, I guess, at this point. It is a refresh. So let's jump into the image, the teaser image that they gave us. Okay, so this area right here of the car is identical to the current one, which is the vast majority of the car. I'll put an image of the current one off to the side here so you can compare, but the window line is the same, these body lines are the same. This front end has been modified to further reflect the concept in 2017 that they came out. That was a fully electric car though, but they're trying to take design cues from that. And then they've revised the back end a little bit softer rolling edges here on the taillights and the rear bumper compared to the current one. But it's totally just a refresh, guys, even though they say redesign several times in here. But I'm not going to focus too much, even though this article is talking about the Eclipse Cross, that's a headline. That is not the big takeaway from this article, because they're planning on revamping the entire lineup. So this is just the next step in the company's commitment to delivering a showroom full of new and exclusively redesigned vehicles in the United States by the second quarter of 2021. So the entire lineup is going to be refreshed in the next 9 months, which is pretty crazy to me. I mean, they need excitement, they needed buzz, just like Nissan does at this point in time, because you know they're the whole Renault, Nissan, Mitsubishi alliance. Back against the wall, probably the best way to put it. Back against the wall, they're fighting for life right now. So what are we going to see from this revamped lineup? An upgraded internal combustion powertrain and increased all-electric driving range will be added to the Outlander plug-in hybrid electric vehicle in Q4 of 2020. So they'll be getting I think it's the most recent European spec where the battery gets a little bit upgraded. It gets a little bit more power, I believe, as well. So that's a welcome addition, I guess, slight upgrade for the PHEV Outlander. And the Outlander PHEV will be getting a redesign probably a year from now, maybe a year and a half from now. We get bold new styling updates outside and inside, and we'll highlight Mirage and Mirage G4 in Q1 of 2021. So just a refresh of the little tiny Mirage. The redesigned Eclipse Cross, again, they say redesign, but we just looked and we know it's a refresh. So yeah, the highly anticipated all-new generation Outlander will debut in Q2 of 2021. So the Outlander non-hybrid or non-plug-in hybrid is going to be getting a all new. So when they say all new, I think that's what they mean as a redesign. I don't think there's any hard definition differentiating a refresh and a redesign. Refreshes are typically just a changing of bumpers, lights. Redesign to me is taking the entire vehicle and like everything's new on it. And all new to me is the same thing as a redesign. So they're just like, I don't know, it feels like they're confusing these words. I don't know if it's just me, let me know, but I'll see you guys in the comments what you think of this all new, they slapping refreshes and redesigns all over the place without any true meaning of the word. But I think all new in this situation means a full redesign of the Outlander, but it's going to be different than the plug-in hybrid. So it is going to be separating itself even further. And every Mitsubishi vehicle will receive standard forward collision mitigation and pedestrian detection safety features. That's good. It's good to see. I don't think I've ever ranted that long on refreshes and redesign, but yeah. Suzuki Swayze? Patrick Swayze revealed in Europe as rebadged Toyota Corolla wagon. This isn't the first time we've seen Suzuki rebadge a Toyota. They did it earlier this summer. Is it still summer? Is it fall yet? No, I don't think it's fall yet. It's still summer? I don't know. But the Suzuki rebadged the plug-in hybrid RAV4 PHV over there. We call it Prime over here. Why does Toyota do that to us? Why don't they just have one name? I don't know. It's kind of like how Toyota gives different names for their paint colors depending on what part of the world you are, but it's the same paint color. I don't know. Anyways, Suzuki is rebadged the Corolla Sport Touring Hybrid because Suzuki really doesn't have any hybrids to speak of. So they're just like, okay, well, Toyota, we have this partnership with you. So Toyota can rebadge. Suzuki's down in India because Suzuki crushes it in India and Toyota not so much. And it's the other way around in Europe. Toyota does pretty darn well in Europe compared to Suzuki, and emissions are super strict over there. So that's why they're rebadging these vehicles, this Toyota Corolla and the plug-in hybrid of the RAV4. And the plug-in hybrid of the RAV4 Suzuki version is called the Across. Now, I think it gives, as long as the buyers are educated, that might give them a better shot to get their hands on a plug-in hybrid RAV4. Just go to the Suzuki dealership. You might have a better chance of getting one there, and maybe you can get a better price on the Corolla Sport Touring at a Suzuki dealership instead of going to the Toyota dealership. So it's kind of exciting. I would be interested if you guys are in Europe, if you could give me some of your impressions on what do you think about this rebadging. Maybe you can get a better deal on a Suzuki Toyota instead of a Toyota. Over at the Kia media page, Kia's most powerful midsize sedan, the all-new K5 goes primetime for the 72nd Emmy Awards telecast. I mean, does it really matter? Who watches the Emmys? I don't. Hand did not raise there. I don't think I've ever watched it. I don't think I'll ever will watch it. But Kia is going hard in the paint there. So what does that mean for this advertising piece? Well, the K5 launch will see the midsize sedan incorporated into pivotal moments throughout the 72nd Emmy Awards ceremony. I mean, they're just going to be flashing it, probably in the screens, or I don't know. It just sounds ridiculous. And EMMY, it's just funny because typically people who are winning EMMYs and all they're celebrities. They're not gonna buy a Kia K5. Maybe they're like, oh, you know, oh gosh, that Kia K5 is a real luxury car because it was teased during the EMMYs. I don't know. I don't know, guys. 60-second? Am I reading this correctly? Is that a reproduction of 60-second? Yeah, spot featuring the K5 performing a never before seen stunt. Ooh, also will debut during the 70-second. I mean, what could this stunt be? What could this stunt be? Is it going to be the new crabwalk? Speaking of crabwalk, I know it's not Toyota or other Japanese or Korean news, but you know, maybe it is a little bit because Honda and GM are teaming up. So maybe we're going to see some sort of technology with this crabwalk stuff from the new Hummer EV. In upcoming Honda vehicles. So pretty interesting. And I think that's a direct jab at Rivian. And guys, this thing is redonkulous. Up to 1,000 horsepower, up to 11,500 pound-feet of torque, and a 0 to 6. I gotta pause the crab. The crab it's on replay. It's on replay. It keeps playing. Be quiet, crab. 11,500 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque. 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. I mean, do you really need, they call this a super truck, which I think there is a direct jab at Cybertruck, right? It sounds really similar. So, holy cow. I mean, GM is going really, really strong, or seemingly, with electric vehicles. Yesterday's news, I talked about how they just kind of teased their lineup of electric motors. Didn't give us a whole lot of concrete details with weight, power output, that sort of thing. But, and efficiency for that matter, they're pretty serious about EVs, guys, and Honda's going to be capitalizing on that. So what do you guys think of today's news? I'll see you guys in the comments. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and do that. And yeah, that Hummer EV should be coming October 20th in terms of the reveal. So if I can, I'm going to stream it because I'm looking for every chance I can to stream because it's just so much fun to hang out with you guys, live chat with you, etc. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. I love you.